Hey crafty friends, it's your girl Liz. I just decided to, since I'm up this morning and we've had a lot of thunder and lightning happening here, and I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I decided to do some crafting. And I said, why don't I just bring my friends along and go ahead and craft with them? So what I'm trying to do is make some little ephemera for my journaling books that I've been making lately. I just got into junk journaling. It seems therapeutic to me, and yeah, so I decided that what I'm finding is when I create the book itself, like the signatures, I don't have things to put in them. So that's what I'm creating today. Something to put inside of the books to decorate them and to just make them more, pleasing. So um, I struggle with collaging, and this is what I'm doing today. I'm collaging. So I'm actually following this formula from Treasured Books. Treasured Books is the name of the gal that I'm actually following her recipe, if you will. So yeah, that's what's up here in my little craft desk. But yeah, let's just jump in and I'll talk to y'all a little bit about whatever. I need to find. I think I'm gonna use this one, and I got another video going over here too. I think I'm gonna use this little piece right here. This is such a good little craft for me because I hoard a lot of things. I just do. I don't paper. I finally got to a point in my when I was scrapbooking, which was like the uh, late 90s, early 2000s. I began scrapbooking. I found Creative Memories, and I just went hog wild buying the albums. The process appealed to me then because Creative Memories had I guess, the formula down, really. They would sell you the book, the album, the pages, the letters, the stickers, the die cuts. Really, all you had to do was like lay down your photos, and it was it. You were done. Of course, designed them and pleasing, and even then they showed you like different styles and techniques to go with that. So I did that. I even became a rep for a little bit, and I enjoyed it. I really did. It was neat to be among other folks that like to craft as well. And since my children were smaller, I was had plenty of things to scrapbook. Uh, their things from school and their play time, and their once they started doing extracurricular activities, the ballet, the Boy Scouts, the camping trips, Girl Scouts, just everything, clubs at church. So yeah, camping and just everything, vacation Bible school. So I have in my walk-in closet uh, probably close to 20, if not maybe 25. I've never counted them, but I know they have to be way over 20. Um, Big 12 by 12. Well, there is some like 8 by 8. There's at least two or three 8 by 8s, but that was the smallest I got. 8.5 by 11. I did at least, I know one for sure. But the majority of all of them are 12 by 12. That's just the size that I chose, and that's what I liked, and that's what I went with. So I've been asked, what am I going to do with them now that, well, nobody really scrapbooks like that anymore. And I I don't know. I guess I'm just going to leave them that way. Let my children worry about them when I'm no longer here. But it is something that I have thought about. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know what the answer is. I don't think I have enough uh, energy myself and time to, well, time I have, but energy as far as, my health and such. I mean, you see me here today, but about 7:30 last night, I was taking an Advil, and I was just trying not to, break down and let into the pain. But living with pain is a is my reality and my daily struggle. And I either have to push through it, deal with it, live with it, or give into it and then not do anything. So it's a give and take. It is a give and take for me right now. So I have to see if I want to invest my energies into trying to tackle that amount of scrapbooks. And what I would do is scan them. That's what I'm thinking. Scan them into my computer. My printer's big enough where I could lay the 12 by 12 pages down. I'd probably have to disassemble them, so I could get each page out and then scan them, and then I guess put the scrapbook back together. I put the pages back into the album, because Creative Memories, their binding system is two metal screws at the edge of each album, which was really convenient back then, because you would take your finished scrapbook piece and you would enter it or lay out, and you would enter it into a plastic sleeve, and then you would place it into the album, and then you could just keep going. So it was really, really a neat system, and I'm sure they still have it. I haven't delved too much into that type of crafting anymore, but I'm sure that they've evolved and came up with even better items to offer folks. So that's the good part. So anywho, off that tangent, but all to say that I used to scrapbook. I've enjoyed scrapbooking, and that's why I have so many items, which was what I was trying to relay to y'all. I have a lot of leftover paper and stickers and flowers and ribbon and blah 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 blah. So in an effort to because I told y'all one of my main themes this year is to downsize, and to use it or lose it is my my motto. What's a motto? Nothing. What's the matter with you? So yeah, that's what I'm living for this year, to downsize my and not just my craft section, all of my home, just everything that I'm not using, legitimately putting it's not useful in my life, or not helping me or being helpful to my daily life. I really need to let go. I really need to just give it away, donate it, sell it. I wish shipping wasn't so high. I would just pack stuff into bags, and pack things into those boxes from United States Postal Service, and away you go. Here you are. Here's your random act of kindness to my crafty friends, because if I'm not going to use it, let somebody else benefit from it. Anyway, that's my thought. That's what I'm thinking. So but yeah, so back to this. So yeah, so I'm following this formula because I struggle with color combinations. Like I don't know, I can't make my colors really combine. And but I think that plays into the eclectic style of scrapbooking and just my overall art uh, style. I never have been able like to stay within the margins of what's typical, I guess. So, in any event, I struggle with color combinations, and I figured this recipe right here will give me like just go down the list, add the things, and you should be good. So that's what I'm doing this morning. But I think this thunder and the lightning, it started up about 5. I've been up since about, well, yeah, 5, because it woke me up out of my sleep. I was just jolted straight up out of bed because I was like, oh my God, what happened? And then I could hear more thundering, and as that thunder struck, I could hear more rumbling. So I was like, oh my goodness. And I immediately thought of my dog, Lydia, because she's so scared of the thunder. And I couldn't hear her yelping or anything. So I'm like, let me turn my fan off because I had my fan on. And I'm like, maybe I'm not listening, or maybe I'm not, actually hearing her. And no, she was okay. So she's in the garage anyway. She's not outside. We never keep them outside. And the only reason she's in the garage at night is because she'll run rampant the whole house at night. She doesn't go to sleep, so she's up, and she's up here messing with us and trying. If our hand's sticking out of the off the bed, she's nuzzling it, licking it, trying to get you to wake up. She wants to go outside. No, no, no. And then she wants to go outside like 2 or 3 or 4 times after you've already taken her. So it's just her being silly or whatever. So that's why we don't keep her. We used to keep her in the house. She could just sleep on the couch, but um, I don't know. She's changed. She's 7, so I don't know if it's something to do with her age that just has her like too I don't know, active. It should be reversed, you'd think, but she's a German Shepherd, so I don't know what their norms are. So, but I do know that for us, she's just like wild. So we can't just let her roam the house because she'll be in every room, and she knows how to push the doors open. So I mean, she gets in through the back door. Through the slide door from the backyard anytime she wants to. If I close it and she's ready to come in, she just jumps up on her forepaws and she just moseys on in. And I'm afraid she's gonna break it one day, but she hasn't yet. And she's also managed to teach our other little Chihuahua the same habit. So now this little bitty thing, he's only like maybe 8 pounds. Um, he's oh yeah, he turned a year in this month actually. So he's officially a year. That's Charlie. Um, and these are both pets that my son has, and we've inherited from my son. So yeah, so Charlie is now just as rambunctious, I guess, for lack of a more appropriate term, because sometimes Lydia can be really just, I say belligerent, where she's just not, she won't listen to me. And this has just happened recently. She was never like this. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I mean, she just, Lydia, go over there. Go to the kitchen. Lydia, go to the pen. No. She'll just sit there. She'll just be like, no, I'm staying at the front door. I want to be at the front door in the way of whoever's coming in. And no, deal with it, Mom. Do what you're going to do. I don't care. So, anyhow, but yeah, so I was worried for her, and I can't help it. I love her. I just put up with her. I give her leniency because I'm like, well, maybe she's getting older. Maybe she's like a senior citizen and she's just not having it. Because I mean, she's 7. She's been with us 7 years. So in dog years, if you multiply that times 7, or what is it? Yeah, 7 years for every one human year. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her, but um, yeah. So I just basically let her have her way, whatever she decides. I don't really. I mean, I try to make her do what I say, but if she don't want to, I'm, my health and I'm like, I only have so much patience and so many spoons in one day, and I'm not going to waste it on my stubborn German Shepherd. So if she decides she wants to stay in the front door, or she don't want to go to the kitchen or the pantry, or even, I'm even struggling now to get her to go outside. And it's not hot. These couple of days, we've only been like to 68, something like that. We haven't even gotten to the mid 70s, maybe like 72 or something, but and she used to love to be outside and play, and there's plenty of like covered area where if she, it's not like she's out there in the blistering heat or anything, but she does not want to be out there. She's just like, no, I'm not doing it, so leave me alone. And I'm just like, Charlie will run out there and he'll want to be out there a good while, but and so will Coco, that's my dog. But Lydia, she ain't having it. She's just like, whatever. I'm like, Lydia, go play. No, she's just like, no, I'm not going. I'm over being outside. I don't like that no more. And, um, I feel badly because I can't run out there with her. We used to, um, when I was healthy and I could move um, easier. Um, we would play frisbee with her all the time, and we had a pool back there, and she liked to get wet in her little pool. She never has really never had jumped in the other bigger pool, but she did enjoy her little baby pool, and she would, stand in there and of course splash all the water and that, blah blah blah, and she loved that, and we enjoyed watching her play in that. But she doesn't even like to do that no more. Miguel struggles with her to get her to bathe. We have to, like, give her treats and talk nice. So I don't know. I've already taken her to the vet. She does have this like allergy going on. So every 3 months, I got to take her in to um, get a shot. And then, that calms her down for like 3 months. And then we're back again, like clockwork almost. But and she doesn't have fleas. She doesn't have anything. It's some kind of something going on with her. So I've already changed her food. Uh, First, she was on, uh, Purina dog chow. We had her on that forever, and she had done always great on that. And then she's like didn't want to eat that no more. Well, she started getting the table scraps from us, and we would give her leftovers and stuff. So that's our fault too. But it was mainly just protein stuff. We weren't giving her like, macaroni and cheese, pretzels, or whatever. No, we were giving her leftover chicken meat, leftover hamburger meat, whatever, whatever. Um, but yeah, so she started liking table scraps more. Excuse me, I got the sniffles today. Um, and so then I'm like, okay, well, since she doesn't want to eat that anymore, her Purina Dog Chow, let me start making her her food. And we didn't want to keep giving her the table scraps and stuff. So I said, let me start making her up her meals. So I started buying livers and gizzards, and I would boil those and give her that with rice. Well, I don't know. Maybe I gave her too much rice. Maybe I produced an allergy within her because, all that rice is gluten. So um, that's when we noticed she was acting up more. So I'm like, okay, I need to stop this and get her on, take her to the vet, get this, because she would just be scratching uncontrollably. I mean, she always scratching her belly, scratching her legs or whatever, and for a while I thought it was like that. You know how they have like that yeast infection where they have like the Frito feet, they call it. I thought it was that, but no, it wasn't. It isn't. And in order for me to really truly know what her allergen is, I have to get her tested. And of course, y'all know that's expensive. So that's like a no-no. So I'm like, okay. I went on chewy.com and I'm like, I need to find a wholesome, like no fillers, no corn, no additives, no nada, nada about nada. So I did. I found a chicken uh, dog food that is actually, has no grain, has no, like I said, none of the gluten in it. So that's what she's on now, and she likes it, and so she's been better. And of course, the shots are helping. So I'm sorry, I just went off on my Lydia story, but I love her to death. I really do. She came to us when she was sorry. My pets make up my world because I'm alone most of the day, and Lydia keeps me company, and Coco, my cat, keeps me company. So I love them. They're like family to me. They're like the children that I don't have because my adult children are doing fantastic and living their lives, and I'm grateful for that. But my pets keep me company, so I afford them grace. That's all I can say is, um, you know, she doesn't want to go out, we're not going out. Or she doesn't want to, we're not, we're just not going to do it. I don't make her do it. So anyway, guys, this is what I'm working on today. So Lydia was fine. In fact, my hubby called me from work and he's like, hey, we're under, Thunder Watch or whatever, so we can't leave he's, in the petrochemical company. I told y'all, so he's out in the oil field. I mean, out in in the refineries. So he's like, we're under, the Thunder Watch. So of course we're in the lunch tent till they give us the all clear. And I'm like, yeah. I said, it's really bad over here. And he's like, well, how's Lydia? That was like the second question out of his mouth. Because we know, I mean, she gets scared. She starts crying and whimpering. And she literally gets under our feet. She'll nudge. If we're on the couch, she will nudge our feet out of the way to give her a space so that she can get underneath our legs, underneath our knees. So, and it's funny because she's like 76 pounds. I mean, Lydia is humongous. She's large. So you wouldn't even think, and she's all black, just jet black hair. The only place she has a little bit of white is like right underneath her chin, and it looks kind of funny. But yeah, so, and she's just like a big baby. She doesn't realize she's like that big. And we're like, Lydia, because she's wanting to, like I say, be all underneath us because we're gonna protect her. But anywho, so yeah, so he's like, how's Lydia or whatever? I'm like, Lydia's fine. I said, I even turned the fan off because I'm like, maybe I'm not hearing her. I thought for sure she'd be crying, but no. So I said, she's fine. Anyways, by the time he phoned me, which was like 6 something, the thunder and all that did get, I mean, there was one that I was just like, oh my goodness. But it had already passed, and the school buses were picking up the kids, and I'm like, goodness gracious. They were late too. The buses were late, which I'm glad for, because I mean, the bus driver nor the kids, which right here to my right is the one for the high schoolers. That's where that one stops. And we do have a lot of middle school and high school. The high schoolers are on this side. And to my left is the middle school and elementary up here toward the front. So toward the back, the high schoolers get picked up. And then like 5 or 10 minutes later, the other bus comes. But that one's toward the front of my home. So anywho, I think I'm going to chop this. I've been leaving the little bit of... Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, what if I put it on a page where it's okay for it to be hanging off? But actually, no. Let me go ahead and cut this one down. So, anywho. So, yeah. He phoned and was like, how's Lydia? And like, she's okay. So, see, we baby her. You know, we can't help it. I don't know. We love them. So, we have 3 pets. We have Lydia. She's our first grandchild, and then when I had my stroke, I got gifted Coco, my cat. So we have Coco, and then she's been with me 4 years, and I love her to death. Now you talk about spoiled. Now that's a spoiled kitty. She's my world too. She's so just everything rolled into one. She's something. She's so smart. She has her routine down too. Like, well, today, like, she knows she's heard the thunder and all, so she knows it's raining. She knows it's wet out there, so she ain't gonna fuss about coming over here, and like, she'll nudge my feet. She'll nudge my feet, mainly my calves or whatever, because she wants to go outside. Like, come on, Mom, I need to go outside. My friends are out there. My I call her my backdoor neighbor. And she's this nice lady, and she takes the like the not abandoned cats, I guess alley cats, like, they're not even feral because they come up to you if you feed them and stuff. But I don't know, people in this neighborhood, and let me just say my piece about it and then I'll shut up, you know, are not responsible for their pets. If you have a cat, get her neutered, get her, you know, don't let her spayed, don't let her be running around having babies if you don't want to take care of the kittens. Because what ends up happening is Barbara takes in the cats, and then she'll feed them, you know, takes in the mama. They end up having the kitties in her little garage there, and then she feeds them till they're like, can go out on their own, or they start going out on their own. And then she'll close up her garage or whatever, and they aren't, you know, well, she won't have them come in anymore because she knows that they can be self-sufficient. And I'm gingerly trying to explain this because I don't even quite agree with that either, because, well, she should try to rehome them if she's going to help them in that manner. she should try to rehome them, because she's really just perpetuating the madness again. Because if nobody takes those kitties, and those now, however old they are, what, I guess 2 or 3 month old kittens or cats now, they're a little bit, they look larger. um so it's just, the cycle is going to continue, because nobody's going to want that cat, and that cat gets big and somebody starts feeding it again, and then it gets pregnant, and then here we go again. And she's like, well, my daughter told me it was, she said my daughter told it was my fault, because I'm over here feeding them. And I'm like, ma'am, yes, it's not so much that the bad is that you're feeding them, is that you're not following through with the rest of the care, the like, you know find them homes. That's what that leads to. If you're gonna go ahead and take them in, then you got to provide for them for their future too. You can't just provide for them for the next 3 or 4 months, because that's what she'll do. I'm sorry, guys. It's pet day today, apparently. So, yeah. So, what was I saying that? Oh, Coco. Coco likes to go run and be over there with her friends, which are Barbara's kittens, cats, whatever. So, yeah, so that's her thing. She likes to go over there and go see what they're doing, or go check them out. And so she'll come bug me and be like, Mom, get up or whatever. Let's go downstairs. And I need to go outside. But today, because it's raining, because she knows that it's raining, she's like, hasn't come bothered me. Because by now, oh yeah, by 9 o'clock, she'll be meowing and be like, crying. I want to go outside. I want to go outside. So I have to go downstairs and, open up the thing, ask Lydia, does she want to go, which will probably be no. And then, of course, Charlie will. He'll be the first one running out. So, but see, I have to do it in sessions too, because Charlie won't mind his business. Charlie likes to be licking and kissing on Lydia. So if you can imagine this, like, 3 foot or whatever, 76-pound German Shepherd, trying to be all minding her business, trying to sit there and do her thing. Well, here comes Charlie, wants to be licking on her, jumping on her, wants to be like, come on, let's go play. And Lydia's just avoiding her, moving her head back and forth, like, get away from me. But she does have patience with him, I'll give her that much. And finally she'll like snap at him or whatever, and he'll be like, "Ew." And I'm like, Charlie, mind your business. Lydia does not want to play with you. Get it through your head. Go do your thing, Charlie. Go do your thing. So because of that, I usually let Coco go out first. So Coco will go out first. She'll go see about what. If her friends are there, she'll go. So she'll take off. She'll go do her thing right in the next back door. Our fences meet up. So she'll go and, like I said, go find her friends, go see what the other cats are up to. But now they're not there, because she went ahead and closed the little shed that she had back there. So now they can't go there no more. And I don't think they're there. I haven't seen them anymore climb the fence. I think they've actually, maybe somebody adopted them, I don't know. But yeah, they're not in the neighborhood. I don't hear them or see them in my backyard, because that's another thing. Lydia does not like cats. I know she lives with one here in this house, but let her see a cat. Just let her see a cat in her backyard. I got it all, people. I got it all in this house. I forgot to put the sentiment on this one. Um, so yeah, so Lydia doesn't like cats, so y'all can imagine how that goes. Um, so when the other cats come in, because they're looking for Coco, all hell breaks loose because she don't want them in her yard, and oh yeah. This is what I go through every day, guys. Well, no, because they haven't been by anymore, but sometimes they will come by, and she knows, she'll see them or smell them, and she starts barking up a storm like, let me out, let me out, I need to go see what is up over here, who's in my yard. And I'm like, Lydia, leave those cats alone. um Guys, y'all just don't know. Look, I told y'all I like cats. So yeah, that is my life with my animals over here. So Coco likes to leave about 9, so then I let her do her thing. Yeah, she'll realize, oh, they're not here, or I don't see them, or my friends aren't around. um and she'll go ahead and come back in, because I leave the screen, the door ajar. The sliding door is open for her to be able to go out there, because that's another thing. Miss Scaredy Cat will go out there, but only if she can, only if the door is ajar, so that she can run back, because there, like I said, there's been this cat that has been scaring her, this male cat. And so hence, people not taking care of their pets or whatever. We don't know who he belongs to. He's the one that's getting all these other cats pregnant. And so, yeah. So she's cautious. She's timid about going, yet she still goes. She's scared to go, but she'll be out there. So she will only go out to our backyard if I leave the door ajar, so that she can run back in when she's scared, or if she smells the cat, or whatever happens in cat life, feline frenzies over there. So yeah, and my cat's fixed, guys. My cat was from a pet shelter thing, so my cat's she's not getting pregnant. Nor I don't well Coco doesn't like to be hugged. That's the only thing. I guess I'll never know what her previous life was like, because she did come from a pet shelter. um and we got her like when she was about 6 months old. That's what they roughly estimated, or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I was gifted her, but with her came her papers and all that from the shelter. So uh she's fixed. So I know that she's not going to get pregnant, but she could still get hurt. um so anyway, so Coco's like, it's my turn, I want to go outside. So she'll do her thing, and she'll be out like 30 minutes. Well, when she comes in, because that's another thing. See, Charlie, the little Chihuahua that's only like 6 pounds, he won't leave her alone either. He doesn't leave Coco alone. So and they don't mix at all. Coco hisses at him, but not because he does anything bad to her. He just wants to play. He wants to play, and Lydia's getting too old, and Coco just doesn't um like, what do you call it? Sorry, this is part of what my stroke does to me. I lose my words. Um, doesn't like touching, I guess. I don't know. She doesn't like people near her like that. She doesn't, not even pets. So she doesn't like that type of interaction. She doesn't let me, and it's been 4 years. She doesn't let me carry her. I can pick her up from floor, but she'll immediately meow like, I want down, I want down. Like, and I usually pick her up because I want her to get on the bed. But other than that, like me, walk around the house with Coco in my arms, I'd love to. I would love to, but no, that's not her. She doesn't. So I don't know what happened in her previous life from when before I got her, but she doesn't like that. She doesn't like to be held at all. Pet me. She'll let us pet her now. We could pet her all we want to. But even that's got its specific. When it's bedtime is when you can pet her. When it's time for us to go to sleep, and um, she's jumped up on the bed and she's grooming, bathing because she's dirty. So she's grooming herself, getting ready for bed. Then we can pet her all we want to. And she's relaxed because she'll get how they say if they're belly up, it's because they feel safe and like nurtured or whatever. So she'll let us. I mean, she's comfortable in the home. She just doesn't like that type of interaction or whatever. She just doesn't allow it. So that's why I have to do everything in intervals for them. So first Coco goes out, Coco comes in, Charlie goes out, Lydia goes out sometimes with Charlie, but then he'll frustrate her, so she'll want to come in, and Charlie won't want to come in. He likes to be out there a lot, so Charlie's the main one that's enjoying the backyard right now with this cool weather and the breeze and the shadiness and all that. The birds are out there. We've got some sunflowers growing in the garden, and he's having the time of his life. He doesn't, of course, he's learned bad habits from Lydia, so he won't. The birds, we put another dog bowl out there with water and another one with water, just in case for whatever. Well, the birds will come eat out of that bowl when the other two dogs are inside, but when they are out there, Charlie won't let them eat out of the bowl. So he'll start barking at them and carrying on, and I have to bring him inside because he won't shush, and no. So yes, that is my life with my little zoo I got going over here. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go because this video I'm sure has carried on way more than I expected. But now you know a little bit about my situation here at the house with my pets. So we have 3, like I said. We have Lydia, my German Shepherd. We have Charlie, little Chihuahua, boy Chihuahua, and then he's just a year. Lydia's 7, and Coco the cat is 4. And they all live here, live with us inside. So yeah, so this is what I got done today. I made 3 of these. I'm fixing to switch the background papers to a different color and pull out something else other than butterflies to be the focal point. So, and the formula for this is you take your background, whatever it is, your cardstock or whatever, the journal page inside your journal, and then you put a piece of craft cardstock. So, a piece of craft paper bag, brown paper bag, wrapping tissue, something. But usually, craft paper, colored craft paper, brown. And then you put I was going to say newsprint. You put a book page, so tear off a book page, and you want rough edges, and you can ink them. And then you put a pretty paper. Pretty paper can be a piece of doily, a piece of patterned paper, what else? Wallpaper. What else did she say? So all of those qualify, or a piece of handmade paper. Okay, and then once you put your pretty paper down, then you were gonna put a piece of lined paper. It can be graph paper, um, just regular filler paper. That what you seen me get was a piece of sticky note paper, and I just tore out. Excuse me, I tore out a piece. I inked it and then I stamped on it, and then you add your focal point, which is what for me will be the sunflower. And you pretend this is divided into 4 quadrants, 4 areas, and then you want your focal point to be right around there, and closer to the into the center, but not all the way centered. And then the last thing is to um, add the sentiment or the quote or the phrase, or something to read, and then that's it. And then you can continue to embellish. Like if I wanted to, I could add 3 little jewels right here, or maybe a piece of washi tape going diagonal. And you can get more fancy, but these are the bases, and you can even get them to match your journal. Added by adding embellishments that combine to your theme of your journal. But anywho, I don't know if y'all heard Coco's caller. She just walked in, so and it's 8:53. So I told y'all she has her timing. She has her schedule. She knows what she's doing. Bye, guys.